This is Ryan Elliott for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. We're down at the Copper Box today. A couple of days to go now until the Olympic qualifiers right here where we're stood. With me, Frazer Clarke. Frazer, how are you, my friend?
All good, mate. Happy to be here. Excited.
That's good to hear. As mentioned, in a few days' time you're going to be stood right where we are now, sort of pushing your final claim for a spot at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. How's the mood at the minute, not only with yourself but with the team as well?
Yeah, you know, we're all good. Some of us... I'm a bit touchy today myself. Usually the happy-go person. I'm a bit touchy. I'm ready to get going. You know, I'm serious now. You know what I mean? I've talked to cameras for weeks and weeks now. I'm ready to get in there and take one fight at a time. Get my place ready for Tokyo. So yeah, we're all good though. We're all good. We're in good spirits.
Regardless of all the grueling work that goes in, is it the days like today where it's that final little push, a lot of media, not so much training? Are they almost the harder days in a way?
I think it's just mentally draining a bit. Do you know what I mean? We understand that it's something that has to be done, and we're fully respectful of it. You know, you guys get us out there and branches out there, so I'm appreciative of it. But yeah, you know, when you sort of get in the zone, you know, you're focused on boxing, and you know, it's sort of the waiting about. This is the hard bit now. Even if I wasn't doing interviews, the waiting about, waiting to fight, waiting for the draw, wanting to know who you're going to box, who's standing in between you and a place at the Olympic Games. You want to know it now, you know what I mean? So not so bad for me, but the other guys, they're all making weight. You know, they're getting a bit stressy and whatnot. So yeah, it's difficult.
You mentioned that focus. When does that switch go for you when you're sort of working towards something like this? At what point are you just lasered in, fully focused on the task at hand?
Well, to be honest, this camp, for this tournament, it's been a bit different because we're not used to boxing at home, you see. So I feel like it didn't sort of feel real till I got here last night, and then I woke up this morning with a little something in my stomach. Probably just one butterfly, not all of them yet, but there's one there today. So you know, you're seeing all the other countries around. You're walking past people who you know, people you could potentially box. It's very real now, and like I say, we're going to be in this room fighting in the next couple of days. So everything sort of becomes a bit, like I say, a little bit more twitchy. Your back gets up a little bit more. You know, we're all nice people, but what you got to remember is we're going into a fight now. It's not like football or anything else. You're going into a fight, like I'm getting ready to fight. So, you know, if I'm not the nicest person on the planet the next couple of days, yeah, people have to excuse me. But yeah, I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to come and take what I worked hard for. So it's just the mood that I'm in.
If people are getting a bit tetchy or maybe a bit anxious or whatever as we get closer to the qualifiers, being the senior head of the group, do you feel any extra responsibility with stuff like that?
Yeah, you know, I'll have a word with people and tell them, you know, just, you know, try and be as polite as you can. You know, your P's and Q's, remember them, and just be yourself. People do understand that, you know, it's getting difficult. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of supporters in here, a lot of British people and English people, so you just got to keep your head, keep focused, take yourself away. You know, don't give yourself no extra pressure than you need to. We've done this a million times. It's no different. Only difference is we haven't been on a plane this time. Do you know what I mean? And that's it, literally. So just be yourself. Do what you usually do. We do this all year round. Done it for years. Treat it as any other tournament. Go out there, take one fight at a time, one round at a time, win them, and then you know the products and the produce will speak for itself.
Now, Frazer, you and I, when we spoke a few weeks ago up in Sheffield, we spoke about time, and 2012 wasn't to be, 2016 wasn't to be. You've had your injury setbacks as well, but going into 2020, mentally, physically, do you feel somewhere close to your peak?
Yeah, I feel great. You know, like I say, I feel like people say that word amateur boxing. Forget, this is very physical. This is a tough sport. Mature. If you look at the Olympic Games, mature, strong blokes win medals at the Olympic Games. Because that's just the way it is, and I feel mature now. I feel mentally a lot better, and physically, you know, I'm sort of peaking. I've still got a lot. I'm going to transform again. I've still got a lot of places I can improve and stuff. But for right now, I feel great. But you know, there will be another level which I'll have to go to at some point. I know it's just bringing it out of me, but yeah, I'm ready now. It's my time. It's not. I hate saying that it's my time. It's time. Do you know what I mean? It's time for me. It's time for this whole bunch of people. If you're here for a reason, and that's because the coaches and the staff at GB Boxing believe that you're good enough to qualify for the Olympic Games. If not, you wouldn't be here. You know, it's not about wasting time or people that are just going to come and compete. This is all about qualifying and then potentially going and getting a medal at Tokyo.
I'm sure it's something you've envisaged and thought about a lot, but in terms of your career to date, where would it rank to go out there and bring back an Olympic medal, get your name and your face up on the wall in the institute as well? Would that be the dream, the pinnacle?
That is the pinnacle. There's nothing more for me, to be honest. I mean, obviously I dream of being a world champion and everything, but in the pros, but I mean, it still might be. I know Olympic champions that have gone on to win world titles, or Olympic medalists that have gone on to win world titles, and they still say winning that Olympic medal the highest point of their career. And people will take that and say, "Oh, it's only amateur boxing, blah blah blah." There are people that don't know nothing about boxing. This is where it's at. This is as hard as it gets. There's no dodgy matchmaking here. This is the best of their country versus the best of our country. The winner takes all. No, I'm not boxing anyone. No one here who I'm going to box is getting here through reputation. They've worked hard. They're great fighters. So it's the best versus the best. There's no bad matchmaking. Like I say, this is the proper stuff. This is where the real gravy is top of the pile here. So anyone that's in this tournament, top quality boxing.
Frazer, before I let you go, I just wanted to pick your brains on a couple heavyweight fights over on the professional side of things. I'm sure you won't mind. Yesterday we had one announced, a man who knows one or two things about the Olympics. Alexander Usyk is going to be facing Chisora. Sort of got a media day tomorrow to speak about that fight. What's your thoughts on that fight, Alexander Usyk, with a decent test as he sort of tests the waters at heavyweight still?
Decent test. He's unbelievable. Usyk, he's different gravy, man. He's technically, he's and in his brain, he's a little bit ahead of everyone else, if you ask me. Decent test though. Derek Chisora, as tough as they come, solid man, tough man. And another one is experience, been around the block. But I don't think Usyk's going to forget how to box as a cruiserweight in this fight. He's going to use his advantages, which will be his movement, his speed, his boxing ability. It'd be stupid to stand there and trade with Derek Chisora. You'd be a fool. Anyone would be a fool to do that. This dog is as hard as they get. So I think Usyk will win the fight, but I feel if he can have his tough moments, he's going to have to be on his A game as well.
And Frazer, a couple of weeks ago, I'm sure you tuned in. I was out in Vegas. I saw Tyson Fury absolutely blow away Deontay Wilder. Amazing performance. In your own words, try and tell me what you saw from Tyson Fury. Did you see that coming at all?
Unbelievable. I can't credit him enough for that performance. Tyson Fury was on fire. Absolutely inspiring. As a young and upcoming heavyweight, that's the level you want to be at. Great performance. Got in there and, like I said, I think they kept talking about the Kronk style. Take it away from the judges, go in there and bash them up. And that's what heavyweight boxing's about. Heavyweight boxing, this pitter-patter which he's been associated with, I'm sure it was never just that, because there's a lot of skill in what he does, but this was real heavyweight grab and smash stuff. People questioned a lot of things about him. I think one thing that can never be questioned was his heart and his desire, and he put all that into the end of his fist, and sent it straight to Deontay Wilder's chin, and it was just amazing to watch. I was proud British guy on that day. I was happy for him, really happy for him. I think he set the standard now for the heavyweights.
Final couple, Frazer, because I know you're on sort of limited time here with a lot of media around. We know they're going to be having the trilogy, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Anthony Joshua's got Kubrat Pulev to deal with, but both come through. It seems like for the first time in a while, the undisputed fight could be realistic. How big is that for British boxing between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua at this point?
It's massive. That's what we want to see. Let's take it back. Let's take it back to when the best fought the best. Let's make boxing great again. Best heavyweight against the best heavyweight. Unification fights. Undisputed champion. That's what every fan wants to see. I know it's a business as such, but forget that. They're both getting plenty of money. There's a big pile of money. Everyone's going to make enough of it. Let's not be greedy. Let's give the British fans what they want, as it's always said. But make the fight. They're both staunch men. Both got balls. So let's make the fight happen.
All right, Frazer, thank you very much for your time. Final word to you. What would you say to everyone sending you supportive messages and coming down to support you? Had your last push towards Tokyo 2020?
No, it's overwhelming the support we're getting, and I appreciate it. If you can get down to the Copper Box, get down and give us a shout, because we want to bring everyone qualified and a lot of medals. So thanks a lot.
Frazer, thank you as always for your time. Best of luck.
Right,